What's up, comic fans? And it's time for that new comic book day haul plus reviews. So we're gonna go over some books. We picked up some nice, amazing Spider-Man, some nice ASM books. Not amazing, but nice. And then we got some new books. No 50 centers because we spent that money on some ASM. All right, so we're gonna get into the books and review them right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back. All right. So what do we got here? We got some ASM instead of some 50 centers. We've got, this is ASM 141. And I believe this is the second Mysterio shows up in this one. And then we got 142. And I believe the Gwen Stacy clone shows up in this one. And just nice classic Spider-Man covers. This one's cool. It's not the Sinister Six per se, but you got Doc Ock, you got the Vulture, you got Mysterio, Morbius is there, and you got the Jackal. So that's pretty cool. So we picked those up. Those were both sticker price. And then for 30 bucks, I picked up this bad boy. This is ASM 44. And this is the second appearance of the Lizard. So, I got that in my collection. That's cool. This is probably the lowest number ASM, unless you count ASM 1 facsimile. So, number 44 in the collection. And I have number 51, so we're getting there. All right. Let's get into this week's books. All right, and we're gonna start off with the indies. Here we go. First off, we have The Last Barbarians, number 3. I haven't read this one yet, but dope cover. So that is pretty cool. All right, next up, we got House of Slaughter, number 15. If you've been reading this book, you know that this guy is called the Butcher, right? And as you can see, he's butchering some of these masks. In this book, they say that Aaron is dead, so I thought this was a little bit of a prequel before Aaron's death, but this may actually be on a similar timeline. So I don't know. If you know, let me know, because this may actually be running side by side now with the rest of the Slaughterverse, if you will, or Something Is Killing the Children verse. But yeah, it's a good read. It's gotten better as it's gone along. All right. What else we got? Last but not least, again, this is probably the most fun you'll get out of a Spawn book these days. This is Gunslinger Spawn. All right, and there's a new enemy, and there's dinosaurs, and motorcycles, and all sorts of fun stuff in there. So that's good stuff. All right, let's switch gears. Let's hit up DC, and yeah, let's go. First off, there was the free Dawn of DC primer. Very short story. It was free, so that's cool. Some of the artwork in there though needed some help, but it sets up, I guess it kind of introduces one of the major baddies of this whole Dawn of DC stuff. So, and I guess we'll see how it all works out or plays out in the end. All right. And what else we got? Oh, we got Dawn of DC Superman. All right. And this is cut down by the Kryptonite Claw, right? So one of Lex Luthor's baddies back in the day has gotten his hands on a bunch of kryptonite, has made a claw out of it, and is using it to turn Superman villains into just altering them or using them in ways that not cool, man. It's like a villain abusing villains, villain on villain crime. But yeah, this apparently kryptonite, when introduced to other metahumans or just superpowered creatures, affects them in other ways. not just like Superman when the green kryptonite, you know, takes him out. So it's been an interesting read. Really like it. Like the writing, like the art. It's good. Superman's back on top, and that's cool. All right, next from DC, we got Dawn of DC, Catwoman. This is issue 55, DNA cover. Basically, Catwoman's out of jail, so she's telling the other Catwoman, like, you gotta chill, I'm back, you know, but I can use your help, you know, in other ways. And so, you know, they butt heads a little bit, but it looks like, you know, Selena Kyle's the original Catwoman. I mean, you gotta let her live, you know? So let her do her thing. All right, next up from DC, we have Dawn of DC Titans. This is issue number 1, all right? The Titans are replacing the Justice League, and yeah, they got a nice team going on. There is, shockingly, pretty much a death at the end. One of the Titans does not make it. I won't go any further than that. Basically, the Titans get called away. There's a, you know, big villain. They beat him. They get back to the tower, and they notice some blood, and then they notice somebody's dead. I also picked up this variant copy. This is the trading card variant copy, and when you open the cover, right, these are all perforated, so you could actually, you know, perforate the not just give away some stuff. I don't know, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But yeah, there's some stats, and you got the guys on there, so I thought that was a cool cover. I was like, I'll pick it up, I'll get that. All right, we're on to Marvel. We got Fantastic Four. This is the 700th legacy issue, or issue 7 of the current run. Excellent Alex Ross cover. Besides for that, you know, let's say there's not much. I didn't read it, so we're gonna move on. All right, we got Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Good story. They're fun. They're a fun team. We still got the space western thing going on. I think that's just gonna be the whole thematic overtone of the story, but it's cool. Gamora, Nebula, Drax, Raccoon, Rocket, you know, Star-Lord, Mantis, all doing their thing. But you'll notice when you read the book that Groot is nowhere to be seen, or, you know, Groot's doing something else. So check it out. Space Western, really cool. And you know, Star-Lord's having a hard time in this book, like normal. What else do we have? Oh, we got that Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse number 7, second printing with Spider-Boy on the cover. I grabbed one of those. All right, next up, we got Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider. If you were a Ghost Rider fan of the 90s, well, here's your Ghost Rider, right? It's a new story, kind of set back in that time period. You got Johnny Blaze happening in there. And this is a variant cover. This is cover D. I had to grab D. The rest of the covers are all busted up. But it's still a pretty cool cover, if you ask me. Anyway, there's a demon with another demon who he calls his broker, who's going around giving guys who have been, you know, feel like they've been abused in life or whatever, giving them these demonic powers, and Ghost Rider puts 2 of them down real quick, and, you know, it it seems like things are going to get just worse as they keep going, because it looks like the end goal is to get a piece of Danny Ketch, the Ghost Rider. All right, what else we got? We got Venom number 19. Ooh. I don't know what's up with the cover, because this issue is really about Venom, as it says right up here, Venom just beating down on the Gold Goblin. So this whole thing here is really nothing, because he's just taking down the Gold Goblin, and yeah, he was really mean, really mean to the Gold Goblin, like just beat him. All right, next up we got Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 6. This is part 2 of Carnage Reigns, part 2 of 7. There's going to be some crossovers, and then Carnage is going to have a lot of the parts in there. So like every other book, right? So maybe 4 out of the 7 books are going to be in the Carnage book, and then the rest of them are going to be spread around some Spider-Verse books. basically, Carnage brings a building down on Spider-Man and Scorpion, and they gotta fight their way back out to the streets. So it's a good book. If you like Carnage and you want to see how Carnage and Miles, would fight each other, good book to grab. Last but not least, we got that negative space variant that John Christopher Tyler JTC. All right, we got that John Tyler Christopher negative space variant of Avengers #1. It's a good opening issue. All right, you got Captain Marvel leading the team. She's bringing along some other players, some of the big ones. You got Iron Man, you got Black Panther, you got Sam Wilson, Captain America, you got Thor, Vision's in there, and Scarlet Witch. You got some pretty decent big hitters, all right? So it was a good story, good opening, all right? Captain Marvel, pretty much it runs into some trouble in this first issue, let's say. So read it, and then let me know what you think about it, all right, comic fans, thank you for joining me. That was my new comic book day haul plus review. We had some really cool books. No 50 centers this week, but who cares when you're picking up some dope ASM? Just saying, we got some dope ASM. All right, folks, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready for next week's books. If you like comics, you're in the place to be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and go ahead and throw me a thumbs up. Peace. The Comic Book Community Awards coming up, but don't forget to nominate your favorite channels. A couple comics.